So here's a fun experiment you can do. Grab two magnets and slide one off the top of the other and position it, find the spot that it'll just hover in midair. Just like that. And then give it a gentle tap and watch it oscillate. You'll actually see it vibrate for quite a while. There's very little friction to slow it down, both in the air resistance and just friction, surface friction on the table. Now when you have this going, go ahead and set up a third magnet so it's also hovering, but just on the other side. And gently tap one, and you'll notice the other one starts to oscillate. So here are two different size magnets doing the same thing. You'll notice this one starts to wiggle and then slow down, and then this one starts to wiggle and then slow down, and then this one starts to wiggle, and it actually transfers the energy back and forth. You can change the frequency that they wiggle at, the amount they go up and down and how fast they do that, by changing the spacing between the main magnet and your magnet that's been lifted off here. So what's going on here? Now initially your stack actually holds together pretty well because you have a north on one face and the south side is on the bottom face. And then this would be a north face which is attracted to the south. Okay, so it goes north, south, north, south, north, south. Now on magnets such as these, you can have the north be the bottom half, the south be the top half, or you can have the north be the entire face and the south be the entire face on this side. Okay, so go ahead and test your magnet and see if you can figure out which one's which. So as one magnet goes up and down, it changes where the magnetic field is, where the push and pull is that this one feels. And so this one's going to respond in reaction to this one, but this one responds in reaction to this one. So you can actually see a transfer going on, a push-pull transfer between the two magnets. Now this idea of a magnetic field was one of the biggest leaps made in science, specifically in physics. Now the two scientists that really made the biggest impact on electromagnetism and magnetism in general were Faraday as well as Maxwell. So here's a cool thing you can do. You can go ahead and get these oscillating back and forth and then bring a cookie sheet real close to the magnets and you'll notice that they slow down and just about stop. Now remember, moving magnets, anytime you have a magnet moving near a metal plate, it's going to induce this thing called an eddy current inside of the metal. And an eddy current basically acts as a brake for a magnet. Eddy currents really want the magnets to stop moving, so they'll do whatever it takes, even act against gravity, to get that magnet to stop. And if I take the plate away, my magnet starts to move. But if I bring my plate real close, it slows down and stops. Go ahead and play with those and see what you can figure out.